uh, being the way I started getting reasonably good at speaking was I saw how good he was. You know, I was class clown, voted wittiest and so on, but that gives you about 5 minutes of material. Zig had hours of material, and I quickly figured out I probably ought to get good at this. And the way I started getting good was I said to Zig, you carry around that big pump. He used to do biscuits, fleas, and pump handles. Those three separate stories.
Yep.
And the pump handle was one of those old farm pumps, you see. And it was later he got an aluminum one that was all shiny and fancy looking and easier to carry. But when I met him, it was an honest to God pump off of somebody's farm, and it was an attention getter when you went to pick it up. And I saw him struggling coming into the hotel one night with his pump. And I thought, you know, if he's the star of the show, it's like Elvis shouldn't be seen unpacking the instrument van. You know, even if he does, you shouldn't see it.
Yeah.
So I said, Zig, I got an idea. Whenever we're in the same area, I'll carry your pump. And here's what I want in return. I want to have dinner and/or lunch before or after the meeting. I want to sit on the front row, and I want to study you. You know, is that okay? It's not going to cost you any money, and I'll carry the pump. He said, you're on. So probably the first 50 times I really sat in an audience and studied the star, it was Zig, and my price was carrying that pump around.
So you got a workout and an education
Yep.
at the same time. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's a smart salesman right there. So let me ask you.
He was a great guy, but let me clear. Zig wasn't technically a great salesman. You bought from Zig because you love Zig, but it wasn't because he gave you an alternate choice clothes and, you know, a double down, wrap around, so and so. You just loved it.
He was a great storyteller.
Yeah, absolutely the best. And and I've told many in my public speaking classes, I tell people, you're not going to be Zig Ziglar. He came out of his mother's womb laughing, giggling, and telling stories. And he did it till the day he died. He was the best at that. And so wonderful, wonderful gentleman. I got nothing but fond memories of him.
My only time I ever met him, I just moved to Dallas. This was 1993 or 4. And I was working out at a little private gym. And somebody had told me that Zig used to bring the redhead, his wife, right? They always called the redhead, to the salon next door.